observation, just being aware of subtleties that's key inside your practice. And when you stand in stillness, beyond the mind trying to seek some type of reason, nothing's going on, you become more sensitive. You start to pay attention to things like your breath, how your body feels. Let's bring the sound of Ujjayi pranayama into the room. Give yourself about 5, maybe 10 breaths here. Ujjayi pranayama is a breath of sound. You're going to produce a sound in the back of the throat. It's steady, it's smooth, and it's rhythmic. So it starts to make the inhalation and the exhalation the same. Sound of your breath starts to fill in the space that's around you. Sound of your breath emerge into the sound of your neighbor's breath, and our breath together brings life into the room, into the practice. Bring the bones and prayer center of the heart, using the power of the breath, produce the Om mantra. Let the sound of the Om mantra extend, stretch your breath. Give yourself time at the end to simply resonate. Strong inhale. Resume the breath without hands to relax your side. Bring your feet together, your elbows together, toes touching, so you start to balance in your center. One breath, one move. Inhale, reaching up. Long breath. Extend, reach forward. Fold as you exhale. Roll hands down. One breath all the way to the bottom. Squeeze the belly. As you inhale forward. It's a small movement. Keep the breath moving. And then exhale 20 times. Stretch it back. Go down. Breathe down. As you inhale straight out of the door, roll to the top of the feet, press down on top. And exhale, roll back. Shift your hips towards the sky, drop the heels. Breathe. Taking a few breaths. A few deep inhalations, a few deep exhalations. The first few breaths tend to be a little shorter. You get comfortable holding the downward dog. You can take longer, deeper inhales, slower, extended exhales. And even as you increase rhythm and pace inside your practice, there's a control to the breath. Soft. Work together, bend your knees, look forward and use the inhale to jump forward. So breath expands, lifts, forward, fold as you exhale, press, squeeze, look into the belly. As you inhale, rise all the way up onto your chest, up. This first round, take breaths. Samasthiti, slowly to the right, back to the start. And restart. Inhale, arms reaching up. Fold as you exhale, releasing all the way down. As you inhale, go forward, shift this, backward, and jump to push up, get down, go quickly, pause away. Inhale, long breath, go. And exhale, long breath down the door. As you take a few breaths here, you're going to alternate with your knees, alternate with the pressure between the right side and left side of the body. Play a little bit inside the downward dog. In some way, you start to seek out. You start to look for where you can hold the attention. Where can you bring a little bit more movement, a little bit more heat to the body. Now both knees fit together, so prepare you for the jump. Inhale, jump forward, use the breath, expand the chest. Fold as you exhale, breath, squeeze the lips. Inhale, rise all the way up, one breath to the top. We'll keep moving, hands to the floor, exhale, release all the way down. Inhale, head up, shift the weight to the hands and jump on the exhale. So you can work on that. Inhale up, go. Exhale back down. Good. One. Long inhale and exhale. 2. 3. Let's take a twist. Reach the right hand across to your left heel on the exhale. You can grab the back of the calf, get a little lower, hoping one of the heels. It's a little more length for the spine. And as you twist deeper, that right elbow can bend. So pull you a little bit further up. Use the inhale, stretch right hand forward. Use the exhale to switch. Twist the left hand across to the right heel. Take a few breaths. The deeper the breath, the larger the inhale, the more movement you get in your rib cage. As you twist, if you expand the ribs, a bit more opening in the spine. Inhale, reach left hand forward. Exhale, get the knees, and you jump forward. Inhale, up. Good. Exhale, you fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. One more round. Exhale, fold. Put the hands a little further forward in front of your feet. See if you can lift the heels and give a jump when you lift and exhale back. Good. Inhale up, go. Exhale downward. And you can hold downward dog if you need a little bit of rest. Always opportunity to take child's pose. But it's also nice to substitute your downward dog. A little bit more of an advanced version. You can use the wall if you need it. Forearm stand or handstand. Give yourself another 5 8 count. Yes. A few more breaths, counting down from 3, 2, 1. Soft your knee. Jump together, float the feet in, extend, exhale and fold. Relax the face a little bit. Bend your knees, the hips will drop low. Chair position on the inhale. You can stand up, and then go press back down, fold, hands forward. Good. Play with your jump. Get more foundation with the hands. Inhale up, exhale, low push up. Inhale up, low, and exhale downward dog. Right foot forward. Inhale, warrior 1. Play with your jumping here as well. These your split legs. Exhale, hands down. And use the inhale to jump up. Exhale, down, push up. Inhale up, dog. Exhale, down, dog. Reset the body. Left foot forward. Inhale up, to crunch. Fold as you exhale. Use the power of your legs. The left leg picks you up. And exhale down. So inhale, exhale, the body moves with the breath. And you get that moment when you can pause and settle. Feel the power that's inside downward dog. Push deeper. Strong as you want. Soften the knees. Keep it moving. Let's keep it going. Jump forward and in. Hold as you exhale. Bend your knees and inhale up. Move your cups. Fold and dive forward, exhale. The inhales lift you up, float and fly. Exhale, push up, inhale up, look. Exhale, down, look. Now warrior 1, right side is inhale up and exhale down. You travel through with the wind. Inhale up, exhale down. For physical expressions, left foot forward, inhale up. Exhale down. Same energetic expression. Inhale up, exhale down. Good. Inhaling and exhaling. At one point, you always find that space where we come together. Sometimes you're a little ahead of your neighbors, sometimes you're a little behind. This is fine. But just make sure you're always with your breath. Think of a high jump. If you want to play with tucking, get more positioning with hips over the shoulders. Inhale up and in. Exhale, fold it down, squeeze. Give the knees, inhale up. being stimulated in a particular way. This increases heart rate, this increases blood flow. It starts to produce a very particular form of concentration. Slowly finish it out. Send some weight back into your heels, so your thighs have to work a little bit more. Strong legs. Bakasana, exhale, you can relax the arms, place them onto the floor, and then shift the weight forward into your arms. So you take the weight out of the legs. This will allow the legs to flush a little bit. One, and you can play a little bit here, you have plenty of time. Two, slow the breath down a little bit, even when the body's challenged. Stabilize and release. Exhale, back push up. Now up dog. Exhale, downward dog. Take the right foot forward and lift up for a hold. Virabhadrasana A. Again, try to keep the palms together. Pressing the palms together, straightening up the arms. So put just as much effort to the upper body as the lower body. Tall. Turn it open as you exhale. Virabhadrasana B. Sink down a little bit deeper. That inner thigh stretch. A little bit more tucked to the elbow. The palms turn up on the inhale. So relax the shoulders. Reverse the warrior as you exhale. Slide that left hand all the way down to the other edge of the left leg. You want a little more stretch to the shoulders. Lying right now behind the back, left arm up and underneath. You give a little bit of opposition. So you bend the right knee to go low, but you stretch the right elbow high. Spiral the arms out as you inhale, take them back to a T. Straightening out the legs, relax the thigh. Exhale, Uddita Trikonasana. Catch the big toe, lean back a little bit. If you can, take a longer inhale. Give you a little bit more oxygen, a little more energy. But exhale, release, both hands down. Pulse here, putting the strength and balance into the right leg. Use the inhale, stretch the left leg up towards the sky. Now your hands, the wider the hands are, the further away from your right foot, the larger the tripod, so easier balance. You want to challenge yourself, walk those hands in. Eventually, maybe one hand, both hands, and grab onto that right ankle. Lose balance, you can always recatch it. Even if it means you stretch less, you learn to stabilize and strengthen more. Turning and opening, Ardha Chandrasana. Back arm reaches high as you can be. It's the same idea. First, if you want to look down just to see where your foundation is, the wider the right hand, easier the balance. Eventually, right hand can go in line with the right foot, and even more, no right hand. Breathe. Breath sounds nice. Release left hand down as you exhale. Back to that standing split, stretch the leg out of it. But if you're revolving Ardha Chandrasana, lower your left leg down about halfway. Let this release that right hip. Hip square off a little bit more. Twist and inhale, right hand reaches high. Opening. Combine, catch that left leg. spine a little bit. Decompress. And then twist on the inhale, reach right arm up. Breathe. Exhale, both hands down. Now the right leg gives you two more poses here. Bend the right knee. This is going to help you transition to a new muscle group. Right leg will feel strong. The low lunge, stretch the left arm up and over the ears. Inhale. Roll that left side over the top. Inhale, rise up, clasp the hands behind the back. Place. Now keep the extension. Fold on the exhale. Dive inside that right leg. Feel that blood flow flush back into the head a little bit. Keep the leg strong. Keep the right knee bent. Inhale back up. Arms up. Free. Reach up. Lift the back heel. Take that high lunge into a twist as you look left elbow across. 1. Long breath. 2. If you want to bind, you want to bind. 3. Now this next movement is going to let your right leg get up off the ground. So your right leg can relax. Don't get too excited. Just release the twist on the exhale and put both hands down to the inside of that right leg. As you hook the right elbow, eventually right shoulder behind that right thigh. This can be done with a little bit of flexibility or none at all. Bend your right knee. This takes the flexibility out. And like doing a push-up, you sit on that left elbow. Now if you want, optional, left leg comes up off the floor. Right leg extends out for stretch. Take a few breaths there. Yes. 3, 2, 1. Step push-up. Inhale up low. Exhale down low. Into Mayasana. Forearms, elbows strong to the floor. Put your legs off the ground. Invert. Think of picture like an upside down Samasthiti. Place to give a little bit of rest, at least to your legs. Shift the attention to the core, the shoulders. If you're comfortable in pincha, think of a stag. A stag is when you bend one knee to the front as the opposite leg stretches to the back. And then your legs take the shape almost as a warrior. When you're tired, you rest. There you go. Straighten that knee. Yes. Feel great. That'll free up your shoulders. Slowly. Come back down. A bit more. Still not warm enough. Gotta flip it, go to the other side. You gotta do both sides evenly. Left leg forward. Virabhadrasana. Try to keep palms in prayer. Sometimes we change the hand position to give more emphasis on the straight arms, but also to give more ease. Keep the palms in prayer. Push to the center of the palms. Extend straight arms. Let the shoulders work. One more inhale. Exhale. Turn it open out. Virabhadrasana. Breathe. Slowly. Still low. Turn palms up on the inhale. Extend. Reverse the warrior. Slide right hand down. Flat the right think of straight legs. Doesn't matter how wide your legs are, how high your foot reaches. But if you feel the legs strong and straight, stable, this is going to allow you to combine that strength with the stretch. The closer the hands walk in, the closer you get the hands to the foot, to the ankle, eventually no hands, all power in the leg. Use those toes. It's all about the toes. Toes have to be fierce, not that fierce. Yeah, there you go. Slowly, you can open up now. Artichoke bounce at first, you can feel like a relief. Use a block if you need it. Left hand moves out at 45. Inhale the right hand up, and you decompress. You spin the right hip over the top of that. From here, you can work on your balance. You want to look down and think left hand in line, or you can float the left hand. Put all the power inside the leg. A few more breaths. Shift a little more weight in your hands, right? Let your hands support and stabilize as much as the leg. We've all been variation. Right leg comes down about halfway. Try to in and out the leg, torso, twist, reach left hand up. And again, if you feel challenged, make it easier by putting your right hand wider. But if you feel that you want to go deeper, walk the hand in, catch a line to the left heel or ankle. Tighten it up a little bit. Breathe. Yes. Slowly release back to standing split. Head down. Keep the left leg straight. Float the right foot down. Revolving triangle. Take your time. Once the left foot drops, extend the spine. Keep the press. Keep the long. Twist. Reach up on the in mid. A few steady breaths. And then you release. Exhale, both hands down. Left knee bends. Two more postures. Slide the right foot back into a low lunge. Swing right arm over. Squeeze. Stay connected between that left arm, left leg. Use your breath as you inhale, come up, clasp hands behind the back, and then dive inside that left leg. 1. Eventually the head will touch the floor, the inside of the left leg. And then keep the left knee bent, inhale up to warrior 1, and lift back heel to the high lunge. This frees up the movement to twist. Hook right elbow across left knee thigh as you exhale, in and cross. Connect, create some opposition, bind if you want. 3. And you squeeze a little deeper into the body, but you also breathe a little bit deeper. One more inhale. Keep the lunge, exhale, both hands down to the floor. Hook that left elbow and shoulder. Take the weight of gravity out of the left leg so it can relax. You can take a variation of vinyasa. Even if the back foot stays on the floor, learn to just lean into the right elbow a bit. Eventually back foot is up. Yeah, and then you get funky with it. Do anything you want. Vinyasa, let it go. Inhale, let go. Exhale down. Good. Pause for a bit, drop your knees. To release the elbows and forearms to the ground, we want to challenge ourselves a little bit with a more narrow foundation. Classic, there's this idea of like railroad tracks, a parallel line. But as you move in closer, you may want to experiment with either stacking the palms, or even better, taking the palms into prayer. With the palms into prayer, the elbows can come in almost closer than the shoulder width themselves. Luckily, friction and gravity will push them out a little bit. You've probably experienced that. So they'll move where they need to, slightly wider. But this gives just enough space that you can take out all that extension in the back of the neck. And when you drop the extension in the back of the neck, some of these movements allow a little bit more shoulder stretch because there's no tension in those extenders. So push through and see if you can get the head through. Make it stretch the armpits and shoulders as much as the rest of the body. The wall is there for you if you're not so sure. But if the wall's too close, it'll restrict you. And if the wall's too far away, well, that's not good either. Yoga is all about the Goldilocks zone. There's this perfect spot, and it's different for everyone. Some people like popcorn, some people like it more. There's some interesting characters that like cold porridge, everybody has something. But you have to find that golden zone for yourself where you can balance the effort and relaxation. 3 more breaths, make them deep. 2, let the exhale take you down with control. Push back, downward dog. Use your breath, take a high plank on the inhale. Now as you sit inside high plank, you can choose this as your expression of the pose. You can stay here with a symmetric hold, work on strengthening the core. You know, a nice 4 or 5 minute plank doesn't hurt anyone. Optional, and sometimes maybe you'd say, oh, going with one arm is going to make it harder. No, it actually makes it easier. Second option, you shift to a side plank on one arm, and you can take left arm up towards the sky, and you can play with the positioning of your left leg as well if you want to extend and reach it out a little further. Most of us who can grab the big toe in triangle pose, you can grab the big toe here in the side plank. Now the reason why it's easier is because you're on your right arm for a little bit, but then right about now as it starts to get tired, you can let it go and switch sides. Exhale, release, leg down, and you move over to the opposite arm. For those of you who chose plank, you already let it go. You got to hold that plank the whole time. You should have chose the harder route, right? Sometimes. Lean back, lean back, lean back. Throw your head back. Stretch your throat. And then slowly release. Exhale. Push up, go down. Reset the shoulders in the left toe. Exhale back downward dog. Walk your hands back towards your feet. Grab onto your toes. Paramushasana. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, fold. And inside the practice, you are trying to get yourself into a certain peak of stimulation. Go inhale about halfway. Hands underneath the feet. Exhale, fold again. Release and stretch down. And after those peaks, you'll slip into a space where it's easier to work with the posture and more relaxing. This gives you somewhat of a balance. Inhale again, look up halfway, pull on the back of the wrist, try to decompress into it. Grab the elbows on the exhale, and hold, get down. Little bit of movement through elbows to your toes. Rise up and inhale, all the way up, arms reach up. Lift up off your heels as you exhale. Take that opposition, extension, 1. You're going to challenge yourself a little bit. It can be subtle. Try and look up at the ceiling. 2. When you look up at the ceiling, your head goes back a little bit. You have to change your balance. 3. Slowly shift your gaze back forward. You can see where you're going. Walking on your toes. As you inhale, the knee comes up. As you exhale, the leg comes down. Open out as you inhale, face towards the windows and swing the arms up to the sky. Fold and release as you exhale, drop your hands down to the floor. Now you can use this for a press. Straddle As slowly as you can, and if possible, imagine you could float your feet above the floor and slide a little piece of paper underneath it. A little bit low, and then release down. Goes your head. Inhale about halfway. Hands touch the waist and fold. So hold the floor, take down. Hold that stretch. Now you're stretching the ground, you're stretching the weight. Release it, inhale, all your arms reach out. Clasp the hands behind the back as you exhale. And once you clasp the hands, they're down. Open on the inhale. Fold as you exhale. Keep the chest open, stretch and forward, release. And focus on stretching the arms. Sometimes the legs get all the attention. Bring some attention to the arms, shoulders. For the release, use one inhale, come all the way up. Arms swing high. And one exhale, all the way back down. Grab the toes. Hold and inhale, look forward. The spine is set, fold and exhale. Pause for a little bit. Somewhat stillness in the body, but there's a constant movement that sits behind the breath. Constant movement of the mind as it scans the body. These minor adjustments. Inhale out halfway. And giving it hands to the floor. Release Samakhanasana. Let your feet go wide as they want to go. Very simple. As your legs go wider and wider, there's a moment where they will resist. They'll say, no, don't want to stretch anymore. And whether you ask them to or not, your inner thighs, your abductors, it's going to engage. It's going to get tight. Even if you're trying to stretch it, the muscle responds by tightening up, protect itself. One of the goals is to move your weight forward in the hands so your legs have to hold a little bit less weight. This will allow them to relax a little bit more. When they relax, they stretch. Come on. Lift up out and stretch. So after a few breaths, sometimes it may be little years, but you get a pretty deep stretch, more than you might have done earlier today. And so coming out of the stretch, we engage and rotate the palm right leg. You want to turn around, drop that left knee to the floor, it's where the hips are. Stretch the arms up towards the ceiling as you inhale, and if possible, take 2 or 3 breaths here. One breath, classic. Let's reach up and fold. For any others at the beginning, that's sufficient. But when you hold this for a few more breaths, sometimes this is referred to as Hanuman. Reach, stretch high, all stabilization in the leg. Switching sides. Slowly release the hands if you need them. Then turn, rotate, rotate back down. Right knee can bend for support. Slide forward and come up. Once you get the left fold to the head to the ground, you might be able to find some relaxation. Keep your legs out. Either forward or reach the arms up. Forward. Breathe. Release. Exhale, hands down. Inhale, up, turn, rotate, face the windows again. And slowly, if you can, keep your legs straight. You walk your hands between your legs until you come to the seated position. Wide leg. Little mini press. Slowly. Good. Inhale, arms up. Stretch high. Long through the upper butt. Pull forward, exhale. Release. Hands can grab the mat or the floor. Walk forward. Use forearms and elbows or lay the chest and belly. Flex the feet. As you go forward, sometimes the feet, the toes, they start to internally rotate. They start to point forward a bit. Think of flexing the feet, pointing the toes up towards the ceiling. Get a little bit of opposition in the rotation of the leg. This encourages the pelvis to do more work, motility. Side bend. Inhale, rise up. Stretch right arm high. As you exhale, release, extend across. Right hand grabs left foot. Now you can hold and stretch here, or bend the right knee as you slide the right foot up and in. As you bend the right knee, you slide the foot up and in. You can give a little bit of that opposition, like holding that left hand on the right foot. See, you can do it in. Breathe. Release the foot. See if you can just reach out, stretch it out. Just reach. Inhale, release up. Straighten out that right leg. As you exhale, left arm switch over. Inhale, extend the leg. Exhale, cross. Grab opposite foot. Let the knee bend. As you lean, slide in. Catch that right ankle. Right hand catches the left opening. Imagine you can touch the back of your head to your right knee, chin. Open that chin. Release. Reverse it back to the center. Engage. Straighten that leg out. You clasp both hands behind the back. Now, once you clasp the hands behind the back, one of the things that you use to stabilize it, it's not just the strength of your legs and hips, which is a lot of what's going on inside this variation, but it's the ability to keep the extension in your spine, keep the back muscles engaged. Once this gets easy, some of you know what's coming, you can choose to go a little bit stronger, changing that center of gravity by putting the hands behind the back of the head. Fold forward on the exhale and hover for about 5 breaths. Flex it. 1, little bit lower. 2, let's keep. Extend the spine, a little more. 3. That's it. 4, 5. Inhale, rise up. Coming out, you get a hard right, exhale, release. Sometimes, you probably should have came out of the breath already. Good. As long as you don't get it. This is going to produce strength with the stretch, and you have to have them balanced. If you need, you can use some blocks. If you want to use your fingertips, you can use your fingertips as well. It gives you a little bit of extra lift. And for the first round, no transitions, pure lift. One day, you put your watch on, right? Looking for the strap, 2 minutes. We'll just do it for about 30 seconds. If you find it hard getting the feet up off the floor, it's okay. You can leave the feet down, no problem at all. Make sure the hips stay up. We keep the hips up by transferring weight forward. You want the head and shoulders past your hand, so you can press, lift, and hold. 1. 5. See? So you're allowed to breathe a little sharper, but keep the breath moving. Not allowed to hold the breath. Shift weight over. Inhale, lift up. One more. And exhale. Whoa. Let's make it easier. Transition. Now, again, same, even if the feet don't come off the floor, this idea of leaning forward to get the pressure and the transfer of weight, that's going to build the strength. Not just in the arms and upper body. It's very little upper body strength that this really builds. This is more about strength inside the pelvis. It's that strength to really hold the leg. And that's why everyone gets cramps right here. Nobody gets cramp in the shoulder. It's always right here. These are the muscles that are working. You can drag your feet during these transitions, right? Sometimes you only see like the final expression. You go a little too far forward. When you're shifting the weight and you lift the hips, now they're free, you can slide your feet almost like a butterfly. And now this is a little big boy ash, but my foot is doing all the work right now. And as I push that foot, I can swing myself through, and without even stepping the back foot up, I'm in that shape, just like we were doing before. You want to lift, you want to extend, drag it back through, butterfly, and extend out. Play with it. Don't hold the lift too much. The lift during these movements is the hardest part. So you stay there too long, all your energy is gone. It's inhale up, exhale. Wait. Lean all the way back from there, inhale up. Exhale, slide, push, grind. Yes, yes, yes. And reverse it back to the seat. Second side, face towards the front of the mat if you want to use it as a transition, which is always an option. Shift, lean, lift, inhale up. Exhale, butterfly, slide, leg through. And vinyasa when you're ready. Exhale, back push up, inhale, up, go. Exhale, back down, go. It's okay if you face the other direction. Not all fish swim in school, you know. Jump forward as you inhale, look halfway, and then you'll magically find your way to the top. Exhale, hold in some way or another. Catch the elbows behind the back or reverse prayer. Whatever helps you find a little bit deeper. Inhale, rise up. Right foot steps back, exhale, spin around. Inhale, look up. Exhale, you fold. Release it, inhale, all the way up. Spin around as you exhale. Another inhale, look up. Exhale, fold again. Then you make big eyes up, look up. Someone's thinking, safe. But now Mondays we like to play with the legs a little bit more. So we've got one final balance piece before seated. I like straps. Towels work well. You know, and maybe I'll give you a little bit of freedom. We're going to build this Utthahasta to a posture up to an Natarajasana. Now Natarajasana can be done from the side, no problem. Or if you want to use a strap, or if some of you who have the depth and the extension, you can bind it over top of this. This is how you set yourself up for the future. Right leg comes up on the inhale, start here, catch picture. Fold, catch the knees, so you get a little bit of forward fold, catch the hamstring, take a few breaths. Inhale, head up. Just like a triangle, just let the side plane. Swing the right leg out to the side. You get this expression and shape. Now as you bend that right knee, swing the foot behind you. It's an easy transition to grab the outer leg of the ankle. If you want to change the grip position, feel free. Use straps or reach over the top. Swing the leg behind you. Now we're working on engaging a little bit into the hamstring space and stretching your flexors. Front of body. 1. It's okay to lose your balance before you get back up and try it. 2. 3. 4. Slowly release. 5. And leg down. Second side. Left leg. Inhale up. 1. Hold and release it. 2. 3. Use the inhale, lift up. Exhale, swing, leg out. Let's try. 1, 2, 3. Let the knee bend, shift the leg behind you. Not right. 1, 2. Okay, folks, again. 3. choose 1, 2, or all of them. Any combination. 1. Sometimes we like to see where you're going. It helps us jump in and help a little bit. 2. 3. Any of these adjustments they're like, just detail. 4. Yep. And most of us, by the time we get to that 5 count, your body's done. Exhale, jump back. Inhale up through the door. Exhale back down. That's my mom. Oh, jump top of the mat, engage. Take squat. So the second side, Ashtanga, you twist left elbow across right hand side. And this is preparing the rotation, the twist, the range of motion, slightly up the back, to grasp the spine. Then you need to hold the posture like side throws. Now once you have the shape, you have to combine the strength. That's where you get the elevation. Exhale, raise, both hands top of the mat. Twist the body. You're a little sweaty, that means it's working, it's good. You can use a towel to do something for friction. Move that left elbow and lift up. 1, 5 count. Couple poses to play with. 2, 3, 4. Now slowly can you go? Keep your head shoulders forward when you exhale back. 5. Inhale up, go. Exhale down. Now try to jump into the shape, the hurdler's pose, and use the top of the right foot more than you may think to get yourself through. The trick is when you jump, use the top of the foot to catch. Once the foot is caught, you can slide into the pose and sit down into that space. Good. Yes. Catch that left leg. Hold or folding baby. 1, elbows invisible. 2, Purachasana, big chest. And 3, you can let the left leg come down a little bit so you stay strong. Reach the arms up. Hold. 1, 2, and relax. Good. 3. Still using the top of the right foot to get that lift inside the body. Working with Ekapada. If you're comfortable with Bakasana, we're basically doing Bakasana and letting that right leg hang. And keeping yourself in tight like this makes it a little bit easier. Once the right leg extends back, this opens your surface space. And more surface space back means more head forward. It's always the reply. You want to get longer, head has to go further. Lay it a little bit, pull forward. Vinyasa push-up, inhale up, go. Exhale down. Try and jump into the second side, same idea. Let that left foot catch, you can slide you in. Make sure the left knee doesn't get stuck behind. You fold into the opposite right leg. Keep the chest lifted. You want elbows and bend a bit for depth. And then release. Arms up for 3 more breaths. Stretch, chest, ribs up 2. This is one pose I can say. If you can't flare those ribs, go for it. And release. Exhale. Right knee bends, right foot can use the foot for the lift. A little bit of the hip back up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale back, push up. Inhale, up, go. Take a high plank on the inhale, lay down to your belly. Sometimes you lay down on the belly, it's like you go into the shower with adjust yourself, be comfortable. Probably don't want to smash your face before, but you can always lay a sheet on the floor if you need your lats. Working on Shavasana. Hands are by the side if you can, simultaneously lift the chest, lift the thighs. When the chest lifts, everything else, the head, swing hands behind the back, exhale. Last one more round. Lift the chest a little high. 3, 2, and notice each time you engage a different muscle group. It's going to give you a different space. Exhale, release. Release. Next pose is resting. So you inhale dog, exhale down dog. You slide in, almost like sliding in safe. Not the home plate, but the second place. Up to your knees when you engage. Separate your feet. If you're working on the knees, even the hips themselves, you can stay in your asana. You can sit on the heels. Just work on breathing here, catch your breath, rest of it. Supta Virasana. Some of us are already in there. This is going to give us the ability to create a little more stretch in the front body. It also becomes a back bend often for many of us due to the tension in the hip flexors. If your knees separate a little bit, this is okay. But they should not come up off the floor. The knees stay down. This will keep that action, keeps your ankles safe. And if you can, knees together, oh yeah, that internal squeeze gives you a whole new layer. Use your hands, elbows underneath lower back to push, lift, guys up. Rest, child's pose. Forehead down. Head down. If you're comfortable, tripod headstand, no issues in the neck. You can work on tripod headstand transitions. Now for tripod headstand, if you're working on the base, tripod headstand to Bakasana, that one we played with before. You want to get to a point where you can do it with some repetition, right? And just that light repetition, learning to lift up and lower down, and lift up and lower down. This is going to train the muscles specifically in that movement, right? When we take it, we got these nice yoga mats, but this floor is not forgiving, so it's only going to do so much. Traditionally, all these poses that we play with, crow, side crow, Udanasanas, they usually enter from down dog, jump to a tripod, and then you have whatever pose you're working on, Udayasana. And that becomes kind of part of the vinyasa set. And so these small little exercises, you start at the base. Definitely the first thing you don't want to do is try and jump forward onto the crown of your head. It could be hazardous. But after you can do maybe 5, 10 headstand bakasanas, you might be able to pull it off. So good. Nice transition. And then before all your arm strength is gone, exhale back, push up. Vinyasa. Inhale, go. Exhale. High plank engage. Lower to the belly. Again, you can relax, lay down, safe. Try to grab both of your ankles at the same time. So you don't have to rush, but as the knees bend, the arms reach back, clasp onto the feet. Toes stay lightly together. It's okay if the feet separate, but every now and then touch your big toes together. That way you know your hands, your feet are even, they're balanced. Keep breathing here. Not breathing into the belly, but breathing into the chest, diaphragm, high. Roll to the right, see, keep the shape, stretch the arms back. As you use the inhalation, the inhale will inflate the chest. This helps you roll back up to your center. Then as you exhale and relax, you deflate, you shift, left side. Breathe. But again, inhaling, the heels can
come a little closer to the butt. That softens, and then as you kick them away, pull back to your center. 1, 2, release the hands, keep the knees bent. Hold it here. 1, 2, keep the arms released from the floor, but take your hands next to your shoulders, by your ears, just like a skydiver. 3, 2, and 1. Release the hands to the floor. Push the floor on the inhale, rise up. King Cobra, feet to the head. Or if you want to relax a little bit, it's still quite deep for the body. You can straighten the legs and just hold Urdhva Svanasana. Relax, drop the head as you exhale. Rock, shift, drop the feet, and push back to downward dog. One more set. Same shape. Just learning balance in different spaces. Up to your knees on the inhale. If you want to make the first round a little bit easier, you can think of flexing the feet. This will make the bend, or at least the catch the heels a little easier. When you point the toes, press the top of the feet to the floor. You have to just reach a little bit further. Try to get the lift up through the sternum, lift all the way up through the chest. Let the head go back. This is the signal so your lower back and spine knows where you're going. Use the exhale, you can reach back, catch onto the ankle. 1, push it forward. 2, 3, how slowly can you come up? And use the hips to push forward and lift the body up on the inhale. Sit the heels as you exhale. 1 more round. Now you can repeat Ustrasana, maybe just a subtle change like pointing toes. Or you can work on Ardhanasana, Kapotasana, to the bigger humps you can. You stay in this as long as you can. In a pose like this, for most of us, it's not that long, so if you stay too long, I'll let you know. When you're done, you can come out and take breaths. Then if you want to try, okay, nobody can stop you. But you just need more strength. Sometimes simple repetition and increasing the repetition of certain postures is what you really need to produce that little bit of extra strength inside the body or range of motion.
after a few rounds, lay flat on your back for a moment. Give the name if you want. Pose, reset, relax the spine a bit. Sometimes you take the knees into the chest, give it a squeeze, or even a little arm rotation. Rock up to a standing position after you give your back and your spine a little bit of a massage. Take a standing forward fold. Feet separate. It's not about the hamstring, but you can your knees, no problem. Just heading forward so you can feel the underlying release and a little bit of decompression in the spine. Soften the knees and rise up on the inhale. Invert. We like inverting. If you put inversions into a group or a category, there's a lot of different ones. But one thing they all share in common is this flush that takes place inside the body. And so often, even inside our practice, after the asanas have done a lot of their work, groups of asanas like forward folds and back bends, there's this flush that needs to take place. I always think of like walking through a pond or a little puddle of water, and it looks clean, but after you walk through it, it gets all mucky, right, dirty. That's kind of what can happen to us after yogasana. All these poses, they flush, they get things to kind of break loose, open up, and now the inverted, it helps flush down the body. Yogasana. Handstand, forearm stand. Same for head and neck. Use the wall. So, regardless of what variation you're taking, once you invert, posture like handstand, when you have the core, you straighten the upper body, the muscles, the shoulders, the arms, the triceps, keep the arms straight, you're constantly working. It's calling for more and more blood flow. The blood is fuel. So the longer you hold the pose, working those muscles, the more blood drops out of the pelvis, out of the legs, and into the upper body. Sometimes it makes you feel funny. No problem. Nice. I always say so many jumps, and then you'll have it. Sometimes we come too quick for the jumps, and we have try this. Gotcha.
Now you want
Now
to?
you know I'm coming. Good. Always be careful, don't miss the wall. Now look at your hands. So you see your arms straight. One leg up. Let this knee bend, you can touch the wall. Yeah. So you feel that stretch. And then when you need to go down, slow and easy. Always think one leg up, one leg down. If you come down both legs same time,
Yes.
it can be too heavy
Yeah.
first.
Yeah.
That's it. Get flush.
Oh, it's weak. My hands are weak.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Get strong.
Huh?
You'll get strong. Just keep doing it.
Let's try one more time. Let me try one more time. Thank you. Can you support?
Okay. Bija Mayurasana, when you're ready, transition down. Look at your hands. Yes, that way you know where you are. And then release one leg down. One leg.
Yeah, just like
Yeah, you get to it. It's good. Sometimes your body learns when you're tight.
yeah.
Play with your legs.
I need to go back to that. Yeah.
using the right foot, almost like a hurdler's pose, similar to the beginning of the seated. Jump through with the right, top of the right foot, slowly moves down. Left foot can come in towards the tree position or half lotus. Bring the left foot to the top of the thigh. With that left foot in position, take a rotation, twist. Try to use the rotation to decompress. So stay tall, stay tall. You can bind the foot behind you, you can bind. Go over that left shoulder. Releasing the twist. Look forward. You can release the bind, the left hand behind the back if you want. Folding over and sink. Again, release. Inhale, rise up. Straighten that left leg out. Straighten the right leg out. Just think of this as like a little mini reset for our body after the back bends. Inhale, legs lift up. Release the hands back. Only set the forearm, elbows down. Try to get the elbows underneath the shoulder. So there's some opposition to lift the chest. Right leg releases down. Stabilize. Hold that position. Maintain the breath. On the switch, inhale right leg up, exhale left leg down, hold again, stabilize. Working the hip flexors as much as the abdominals. Left leg inhales up, both legs exhale down. So wait. 1, 2, keep those legs floating. 3, inhale legs up. Release the forearms and elbows. So you can lower down, letting the lower body, mid back touch the floor, but keep your shoulder blades, your shoulders and head up. So you maintain a little bit of crunch. It's more for your upper abdomen. Draw right leg down. Again, you hold. 1, 2, 3. Inhale, right leg up, left leg down. 1, 2, 3. Inhale, left leg up, both legs down on the exhale. Keep the legs strong, keep the legs straight. 1. Try to push your lower back and lumbar down into the floor. 2. You need to bend the knees you can. Inhale, lift up. Now, take vinyasa, scoop and forward. Exhale, back push. Inhale up and go, see, back down. Second side, jump through with the left knee bend. Right foot comes into a half lotus. Inside that tree. Twisting to the right, using the exhale to clear a little bit of extra space. Get more rotation and twist. 1, 3, 2, 3. Slowly release. Both hands down, front center. Hold. push up, it takes out the up dog, it helps your shoulder, your spine, stabilize versus stretch. Good, and then you simply put yourself down into a seated position. Exhale, release. Nice. Now from the seated position, second twist. left elbow reaches across. Hook or bind. Again, Navasana Navama. So start legs lift up, pause. If you want to give a little bit of extra work, you can release the elbows on the first round. Choose to lay all the way down to the back of both rounds. Release back. Start with right leg down, left leg. 1. Hold. 2. 3. Right leg up, inhale, left leg down. Same. 1. 3. Chest more weight up. 2. 3. Inhale, left up, exhale, both down. 3. Squeeze the belly with every exhale. 2. Use that action. 1. Inhale, legs up, look at a little rest. And then you repeat. This time, small change. Keep your head down, your shoulders down. If you have your elbows, you'll release them for the second round. But in the same, if you want to take it easy, stay on your elbows the whole time. No problem. Both legs down on the exhale. Now when both legs start here, only the right leg comes up on the inhale and you hold. You're going to maintain this strength in the lower leg the entire set. So keep your left leg where it is. Right leg comes down. Left leg goes up. 3. That right leg where it is. Left leg down. Both toes together. Hold. 3. Down. 2. 1. Navasana. Now hike up. Hike. Vinyasa. Exhale. Vinyasa is always optional. Inhale up. Exhale back. Switch to the other side. Jump through, left knee bends up to the ceiling, right foot slides out to the base. Ardha Matsyendrasana, Natish, bend up to the same Matsyendra. Very important stage for you. The left knee bends up the base legs, creating more foundation. Try to keep that left foot somewhat even with the right knee on the top. Doesn't have to tuck in too close. Right hand up, twist opposite. Inhale, forward, and exhale, release. Vinyasa or handstand, you choose. What toppings do you want? 5, 4, nice 3, feel lighter, like 2, lying downward dog. Downward dog, straight right leg up to the side. Swing right knee down and raise hand to the exhale. Inhale up, exhale forward. Now you're sliding into a more restful portion of the series. Sometimes here at the end there's a few opportunities to still want to pull and push a little deeper into your range of motion, but encouragement is also to let gravity do some of the work. Still create a little bit of opening and depth without having to push and pull. Just relax. Swing that right leg up and out. And bring the left leg in. Now reach high, swing through. And again, you get a couple of minutes if you're sitting in pigeon or choosing to go a little deeper. Give yourself time. Pulling down. Maybe you soak some of the sweat back into it. Either stay seated here, use gravity or body relaxation, or lift up, touch the bottom, strap to the knee. That left leg active. Make your front leg, sometimes we'll sit into that left sit bone, but then we kind of don't relax too much into the left side. Pushing down into the left knee, lifting up a little, just a millimeter inside the pelvis. It helps you get up and over the top. Less compression. I was letting you know it was me. We're both shaking. Slowly, when you're ready, release. Swing that left leg up and inhale, release down. Now for Mukasana, we usually enter it with kind of a stepping process. We want the right knee to be on the ground. That means the left knee, left leg is going to go behind the right knee. And you can jump into pose, even using the top of the feet. Jump, cross, catch, and sit with Mukasana. Classic Mukasana, if you want to play with it, you sit on top of that right leg or left leg. Once you sit, if you want to go deeper, sometimes you can separate, you can sit between the feet. Otherwise, sit on top of that base leg, give yourself a little bit more height. Finding the arms. Also more on the classical side, notice this view. You want the arms the same as the legs. So whatever leg is on top, that's the arm that goes on top of behind the head. Whatever leg is on the bottom, that same arm responds to what comes underneath. You can hold here. If you're sitting on top of that base, don't fold. Just stay upright. If you're sitting between the feet, you're allowed to fold. It's not impossible, but a little awkward to fold if you're balancing on that. Slowly release the arms. Sit. Now hands go to the floor. This will be a slightly different transition as well. It's going to be a lift up and back to downward dog. So not to a low push up. Just lean forward, push, kick the feet up, land and down dog. Okay. And then switch legs as you jump from down dog. Opposite side. Good. Good. There you go. Bind arms, same as the legs. Once you bind over the top, if you're balancing on top of the bottom foot, you stay upright. Some students will even challenge themselves a little bit by gazing up. Inhale up, release the arms, and out. Hands to the floor as you exhale. Same idea, try and lift to downward dog. Taking that push up dog out, just get a little bit more tight, a little bit more push, lift the hips. From your downward dog position, we're going to hop to both knees, sitting on top of the feet, separating the knees a little bit. Last posture. Now this one I'll let you play just a bit before we close. It will give you a little bit more attention to extension and the back bending action. When we encourage ourselves to put our hands between our knees, just know that anything in this line is classic or would be considered being between the knees. That's to the center. So we do want the hands between the knees, but it's going to help a lot of us if we walk our hands forward, almost like we're doing a weird kind of cat-cow shape. You're not so close or what. From there, as you lean forward to hook the elbows, it'll encourage a little bit more extension from the very beginning, so you can avoid any of the collapsing in the upper back. Once you get the extension, just very slowly, millimeter by millimeter, see how far forward you can walk until your legs go. Mayurasana. Ika. Sometimes you're walking forward. This is opening the elbows, sit into the elbows, get low with the chest. And if you're not quite strong enough yet in the triceps, you'll feel like you're losing your ability to stay up. Luckily, worst case scenario, you fall like half an inch and you kind of do like a little kiss to the floor with your cheek. It's not that bad. You can always do it more than once. But the more you lean forward, the more you put the head, the shoulders forward, the more you counterbalance the weight that's behind you. Cheeks are good, chin is not so much. Cheeks are better. Try it. Now, every now and then there's little suggestions where we'll say, try this, it's easier. And you don't believe us. If you look at it, it looks harder, but it is easier. Instead of two hands, you're going to put one hand down. Your opposite hand can reach forward. The further you reach forward, the more it opens. And then same thing, you're trying to get into the extension, away from rounding over the elbow, and you want to push to get a little bit more extension. Further you reach forward, the better. Maybe you get one leg up, maybe you get two legs up. Now definitely once you venture into just balancing and holding, stabilizing, maybe this is a little bit more advanced. But this is one of the things that gives a lot of students a little bit more feeling of control and how they're moving side to side, and you get a little bit more strength to your wrists and your hands, which if you're not used to it, Mayurasana can be tricky. Sure. I feel like until I see a few of you go over onto your back. It's hard to breathe, right? Yeah, you get more grunts because the elbows are stabbing your diaphragm. It's going to be tough. It's not the prettiest, but I will give this. Sometimes, even though it's not the prettiest, it's like a confidence builder. If you have trouble like really finding your balance and center, the more open the body is, the more surface space, the harder it is to balance. I don't know if you see this in yoga. This is definitely breakdancing. But it's easier. Don't worry, it won't be too much. You'll keep your knees tucked in tight. And so instead of going for the extension inside Mayurasana, hooking the elbow in, and just sitting here like this. So you're basically tucking in to a little bit more of a bowl. Now this is one space, which is easy, even if you're not that flexible. But again, those ideas of, trust me, this is easier. It all depends. Taking the lowest, binding your legs up, if that's accessible, will give that same effect. It makes your body more compact, easier to balance. And if you do want to turn it into a V wave, just start spinning in a circle. That's all you have to do. Take it in. Some classes you can go through 50, 100 poses, especially if you count both sides. Grab the feet, give one last deep forward fold, release the spine. Inhale in, close down. But inside all of those postures, maybe just a handful really challenging. I call them party poses. There are the poses that when you go to a party, somebody's like, oh, you do yoga? Show them those poses. Don't show them the others, only the fun. You have it up, comfortable seated position. You exhale, choose to bind your legs if you want, just across legs for asana spine. You want to give yourself a few more minutes. Sit, breathe, settle the body. Let your mind flow a little bit, relieve the directions, and then you take a rest. Yogi Mudra, you can seal the body if you want. When you're ready to sit in Padmasana, breathe, relax. As you sit in the end, let these final breaths, although they may have less effort behind them compared to some of the breathing patterns inside stronger postures, still maintain strength to the breath, sound to the breath, direct focus. Now you can choose to maintain the breath, just breathe a little bit longer. At any moment, you're ready to lay down, to rest. You can move back to Shavasana. Some of you took that like dessert. No questions asked. Relax. If you want to take a deep inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. A few minutes of breath. Lay in Shavasana. Pay attention to this practice of stillness. Become hypersensitive. Being moved and still present inside the body. That movement represents the ground inside. And your goal is to control Sometimes it's flutter of your eyes, movement of a finger, the unconscious pushing of the tongue to the roof of the mouth. You learn to relax, let go of all those movements, and still. Breathing deep with the yogis, they have an aim and a goal to still the mind. So even the movements of your thoughts, listening to the cookie, sometimes just talking to yourself. This is a deeper layer. Instead of trying to make the mind stop and let it move, you practice making everything else stop. Once you truly sink into a state of stillness, the mind will let go. You can stay flat on your back or roll over onto your side. Take your time in there for a few more breaths until you make your way to a seated position. The sound of palms and prayers of the heart as forward. It's 3 repetitions of the Om mantra. After you finish your first Om, begin immediately with the second Om. Just let 3 repetitions go back to back. Take a deep inhale. Shanti, shanti, shanti. Jai!